I didn't know, but I needed to hear this. Comparison is the thief of joy. We live in a time where comparison has become a part of everyday life. Just open a social media app, and you'll see people showing incredible trips, perfect bodies, loving relationships, professional achievements, and lives that, at first glance, seem much better than ours. Without even realizing it, we start looking at ourselves with self-doubt. We measure our happiness by someone else's standards. But here in us a truth we rarely remember. When we look at other people's lives online, we're only seeing the highlights, not the full reality. It is like watching the final scene of a movie and thinking it happened perfectly the first time, without mistakes, without cuts, without behind-the-scenes effort. What you see is only the edited version, while you live with your own behind the scenes. That's why comparison from the very start is unfair. Constant comparison puts us in a race with no finish line. You may achieve something important, but when you see someone who seemingly achieved more, the brightness of your victory fades. You start thinking you're not enough, that you need to run faster, that you're behind. The truth is, there will always be someone with more. More money, more recognition, more free time, more experience. If your happiness depends on that, it will never be complete because there will always be a reason to feel smaller. The emotional toll is heavy. Comparison generates anxiety, frustration, and even envy. Gradually, we lose the ability to celebrate our own victories. That promotion at work no longer feels special when you see someone who owns $1 million business. The trip you took no longer feels amazing when someone else went somewhere more luxurious. Even your own body ceases to be a reason for gratitude when compared to others. And so, without realizing it, we slowly erase the joy of being alive, replacing it with the feeling that we are never enough. But there is a way to turn this around. Instead of letting comparison bring you down, you can transform it into inspiration. When you see someone succeed, instead of thinking, "I'll never get there," ask yourself, what can I learn from this person? If someone achieves something, that's not proof of your inability. It's proof that it's possible for you too. This shift in mindset makes other people's success no longer a reminder of what you don't have, but an invitation to believe that your own success will come. It's important to remember that everyone has their own timeline. Some marry early, some later. Some prosper financially at 25, others at 50. That doesn't mean someone is ahead and someone else is behind. It just means every story is unique. Think of trees in the same garden. Some bloom in spring, others only in summer. And none of them is wrong. They all bloom at the right time. Now think about your own life. How many times have you failed to value a personal achievement because you thought it was too small compared to others? Maybe you kept a joy to yourself because you feared others would judge it insignificant. Maybe you avoided posting a happy moment because you thought it didn't match what you saw online. But the truth is, for someone, what you consider small is already inspiring. What seems simple to you is a distant dream for someone else. That's exactly why comparison is an unfair game. There will always be someone with more, but there will also always be someone who looks at you and feels inspired. A practical way to break this cycle is gratitude. The next time you feel comparison creeping in, pause and think of 3 things you already have today that make your life special. It could be your health, a true friend, a talent that no one can take from you, or even something as simple as being able to hear, speak, and breathe. Focusing on what you have weakens the power of comparison over your peace of mind. Another exercise is to compare yourself not to others, but to your past self. Think about who you were 5 years ago. What challenges have you overcome? What fears did you face? What achievements seemed impossible then that you have now accomplished? This is the only fair comparison. You with your own history. And in this kind of comparison lies true growth. It's also worth remembering that social media and society often feed comparison because it sells. Companies know that if you feel inadequate, you'll buy more. You'll consume more. You'll try harder to appear like something you might not even want. So, when you feel the urge to compare, ask yourself, do I really want this, or do I think I want it because I saw someone else showing it off? Often what frustrates us isn't really meaningful for our own lives, but a standard imposed from the outside. At its core, comparison distracts us from what truly matters, living our own story. While you're busy looking at your neighbor's grass, you forget to water your own. And the truth is, the grass only grows green when it's nurtured. envying someone else. Life does nothing if you don't appreciate what's already in your hands. So next time comparison creeps in, take a deep breath and remember, your journey is unique. The fact that someone else is at a different point does not diminish your path. You are not behind. You are not ahead. You are exactly where you need to be, learning the lessons you need to learn. I didn't know, but I needed to hear this. Stop comparing yourself. What is yours will find its way to you. If this message resonated with you, share it with someone who might also need to hear it today. And remember, this is the channel I didn't know, but I needed to hear this.